Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar on modern states. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Tanya Wilcox. I'm the Director of College Partnerships and Scholar Programs for TheDream.Us. Um, Thank you also to the Modern State staff that is joining us today. We are happy to tell you about this opportunity. We have Jennifer and David from Modern States here who will help me lead this webinar. David is the Executive Director for Modern States, and he will be telling you all about their great program. He is a Pulitzer Prize winning reporter who worked at the Washington Post for almost 23 years. He's the author of many books, and also he serves on the board of Save a Children's Heart, which provides needed pediatric heart surgery for children from developing countries. He's also a volunteer and supporter of Martha's Table Shelter, which feeds the hungry and homeless in Washington, D.C. And he received his undergraduate degree and MBA from the Wharton School of University in Pennsylvania. And as I said earlier, he is the executive director of Modern States. Before I turn it over to David, I want to go over a couple of housekeeping announcements for you and to do a little bit of more of an intro. So the first thing is that there will be a couple of chances when you will be able to ask questions about this program, and there are two ways that you can ask questions. One is you will see in your control panel, there's an area for questions, so you can type in your questions, and when the time comes, I will be reading those questions out and we can answer them. The other way that you can answer questions is that you will see that in your control panel, there's a hand icon. If you click on your hand icon, I will know that you have figuratively raised your hand, and I will be able to unmute you. And at that point, you can unmute yourself and your phone or your computer, and you will be able to speak. And we will be able to listen to your question and answer to you via the speaker. So those are the two ways that you will be able to get your questions answered. So now let's get started here. Jennifer, could you please show the next slide? First of all, we really thank you for having applied for the Dream.Us scholarship. And unfortunately, we have so many more applicants that we can support. But we truly salute you for your motivation and for your desire to continue your education. We really believe that education is something that no one can ever take away from you. So it is so important that you follow on that dream. And also, it is so important to let nothing stop you from pursuing your education. Whenever you get a barrier, is to find a way to take it down or to go around it. And certainly, Modern States can give you a way to move forward on whatever barriers in front of you. So again, thank you for applying to us, and we really are happy that you are motivated to continue your education. And the reason why we really believe that Modern States could be a good opportunity for you is that it allows you to complete many college courses for totally free. You can get college credits, almost up to a year full of college credits for free that then you can apply towards whatever other college you move on to later on. And then because it's free, it's obviously allowing you to save money, but also it could allow you to even graduate faster because completing the courses is completely up to you how quickly you do them. And then the last one is this summer, if you were not planning to attend college this summer, you can take the time to do these courses online and get some of these credits and use your summer very productively. So we encourage you to really learn more about this Modern States and to ask questions as David presents this. The next slide, please. So the first thing I'm going to do is I would love for you to answer this question. I'm going to launch this question via this webinar, and you will be able to click on your answer. So tell us if you will be attending college this summer or fall. Okay. So you could just click yes, no, or maybe. And I'm waiting for a few more of you to answer the question. And for those that are answering maybe, modern states will definitely might be a possibility for you to attend college or to get college credits. And for those answering yes, you can add more credits through modern states. But I'm going to give you 5 more seconds for those who have not voted yet. And I'm going to close the poll in 3, 2, 1. So the great news is that almost 75% of you are going to attend college this summer or fall. So congratulations. And for the maybe, listen up. We're going to go ahead and introduce you now to David, or pass this over to David so he can tell you about how you can use modern states to earn your college credits. And so the next slide, please. And go ahead, David.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. Modern states can be very useful for you to save time and to save money, to stretch scholarship dollars further, whether you are maybe going to college this summer or fall, or whether you are definitely going to college this summer or fall. What is Modern States? It is a nearly 1-year-old charity, and we have 2 goals, and we're dedicated to making a college degree more accessible and more affordable. And it's an alternative path to college, an on-ramp to college for all kinds of learners. We offer at modernstates.org, the website, the first ever catalog of completely tuition-free online courses taught by college professors in more than 40 core freshman subjects. This offering enables you to earn traditional academic credit at approximately 3,000 major colleges and universities and smaller colleges and universities around the country. So the courses are open to anyone seeking an education. Next slide. This is the leadership of Modern States. I'm the short guy on the right. The taller gentleman is Steve Klinsky, and he is the founder of Modern States, and he is providing the funding to make this charity move and go forward for the benefit of students. And I would say next slide. So some people hear about Modern States and hear that the courses are free and they're online, and the textbooks are free and online, and practice questions to get you ready for the exam are free and online. We even pay your $85 test fee. And so they hear all of that and they think it must be too good to be true. But as you can see from the media coverage that we're getting here, and next slide, at the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the Chronicle of Higher Education, Black Enterprise, Wealth for Life, and many, many other places, this is an organization that in a short time has gotten a lot of credibility. Next slide. How does Modern States work? This is very important for you to understand. First of all, we've tried to make it as easy as possible. You go to www.modernstates.org to register on the website and then enroll in one of our free online courses. The courses are all taught by college professors. They're from universities that include Rutgers University, Purdue University, Johns Hopkins, American University, George Washington University, State University of New York schools, and other colleges. And the important thing is that they are doing a terrific job to prepare you to take an exam called a CLEP exam that helps you get the college credit faster and at no expense compared to attending college. You can do your entire freshman year for free. And the practice tests are provided by the College Board. Those are the organization that you may know from the SAT or the AP. But the bottom line here is we're offering you a way to earn free college credit provided you do the work. Next slide. So you can think of Modern States as an online or digital public library of great courses. And we have courses in psychology, sociology, English, literature, American literature, economics, American government. We have a whole sequence of math courses, college math, algebra, pre-calculus. Depending on where you are in your math, there's something there really for everyone. And as part of this initiative at Modern States, we have partnered with an organization called edX.org, nonprofit online learning platform founded by Harvard and MIT to offer classes to students. They've helped produce some of the courses here. And each course consists of lectures, textbooks, readings, and quizzes for you to do along the way, and practice tests. And everything is free of charge. The key thing is to go to modernstates.org, enroll in a course, and when you get to the website, after you've registered, you can click on something called Course Catalog, and you're going to see boxes there that remind you of Netflix if you've been on the movie website. And each of those boxes is a different course, and you can click on any one of them to see if you like the professor and if you're interested in the subject. And all of them have introductory videos so you can listen to the professor explain what the course is all about. You can take one course or you can take many courses. That's up to you. Next slide. So what does a course look like? Here on the left, we have Rebecca Lubeau. She is a professor at Rutgers University. She teaches a terrific American government course. And this just gives you a visual of what courses look like. Now, I want to emphasize the courses are self-paced. You're able to go at whatever speed works for you. Most of the courses seem to take people about 4 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks. So you can put yourself in position to earn a college credit in a much shorter period of time than it would take you for being an entire semester in college. The speed that you go is depending on what else you have going on, how high a priority you make this, and the rest. But there's no penalty or deadline to complete a course in any particular amount of time. It's whatever works best for you. We've tried to build this in a way that offers individualized learning. And in addition to listening to the professors and taking that information in, there's a transcript, a written transcript of every word the professor says. So you'll be able to read that as well as listen if you like, or instead of listening, if you learn better by reading. And they are high quality online courses preparing you for all of the major CLEP exams, college level examination program exams. And they've been around, the CLEP has been around for 50 years. And a passing score on a CLEP exam will give you a college credit that you can take to 3,000 colleges and universities and enable you to save those precious tuition dollars. Next slide. So in choosing our professors, you can see here the names of a number of the professors and the schools they come from. The really important thing is that we selected professors who are engaging and who make courses interesting in the online format. We didn't just try to pick professors, though they do come from some outstanding colleges. we tried to pick outstanding teachers. That was our priority. Teachers who would really connect with students who are watching their taped lectures here. And I think also you may want to know that we've done our best here to make sure that you're able to understand the course videos, and you do that in the following way. When you're taking a course, every 6 minutes or so, you will get multiple choice questions. If you answer the questions correctly, it makes sense for you to continue with the video. If you answer them incorrectly, it probably makes sense for you to go back and watch that portion of the video again. And everything in the courses and everything in the practice questions and everything on the exam that you would take at the end to earn a college credit, all of them are multiple choice questions. Next slide. So what is credit by exam? You're probably used to the idea of credit by taking a class or a course. Credit by exam is a little bit different, which is what this is, but it's a great way for you to earn real transferable college credit. The College Board charges $85 per CLEP exam that you take, but here's the good news. You don't have to pay that $85. Modern States is paying the test fee or the exam fee for the first 10,000 students who watch the lectures and complete practice questions and take an exam. So you're fortunate here in that it's completely and totally free. And the passing rate so far is something like 80% for students, and that's well above the national average. So the performance has been quite good so far. Next slide, please. Let me stop here and mention we have had interest expressed from over 50,000 students and learners who have signed up on the website. And I will stop here. I know it's a lot of information, and I'll be very happy to answer your questions.
Okay, David, so I have a few questions here. One is, can you apply to Modern States while attending another institution?
The question was, can you apply to Modern States while attending another college? The answer is absolutely yes. You can be attending college, and we have many college students who are taking Modern States courses and earning additional credits at their college, saving on tuition and saving time.
Okay. Next one is, can anyone enroll, or are there any requirements?
Excellent question. Can anyone enroll in Modern States, or are there requirements for the application? The answer is there are no requirements, and we at Modern States wanted to create something and have created a program that is open to all people. And so there are no requirements. You just go to the website, modernstates.org, and register.
Okay. And then, is there a maximum number of courses you can take in total?
Excellent question. There is no maximum number of courses you can take in total. There may be a maximum number of courses that a college or university that you attend will recognize for credit. And what I can tell you is just about every college will recognize an entire freshman year for free. That means you can save an entire year of college tuition. You can save 25% of the cost of college, which is thousands of dollars. I think that it's valuable educationally, and it's also a way for you to move forward in your education without taking on debt.
Okay, and here's a follow-up question on that. And the question is, when we are done with the class, how will we take the test? Do we go to a college site or that we're interested in, or is the test online?
Excellent question. Um, after you complete a course, you'll be able to go to sign up for taking the test. First of all, you go on the website and you request a voucher, and you will then go to the website for CLEP, C-L-E-P, and on their website they have a list of test centers that offer CLEP exams. A lot of them are on college campuses. Many of them are in cities and towns across the country as well. They have a lot of test sites, but you'll be able to put in your address or the city that you live in, or the area that you're in, or the state that you're in, and it will tell you where the closest places are for you to be able to sign up to go take the test. So you do have to go take the test at a test center. You won't be able to do it just at your own computer or cell phone or tablet.
Okay. Let's see. I have someone, Katia, you've raised your hand. I'm going to try to unmute you. Let me see. Katia, are you there? Can you hear me? You will probably need to unmute yourself on your end also. Katia, are you there? Okay, I think I'm going to move on because we cannot hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
And maybe you can send your question in another way.
All right, let's move on with the presentation, and we will continue answering other questions that have come in later on. Go ahead, David.
Great. Thank you. Next slide. So why take a CLEP exam and a course to prepare you for CLEP? And why haven't you heard of CLEP before? Well, it's not very well known. It's offered by the College Board, which offers the SAT and the AP, but it is not a test that most people know about. So you're learning about something special. It's actually been around for more than 50 years. So it's well established, and you can take the CLEP exams after you complete the course at over 2,000 different testing centers across the United States. And you'll be able to find out which one is closest to you on the CLEP website. And as I mentioned, the credit for this is accepted when you pass the test, which I know you will if you take the courses seriously and you work hard, at about 3,000 colleges and universities. And this is the first time, the Modern States program is the first time that courses for CLEP have been taught by college professors and been made widely available and available for free. Next slide. So how can you benefit from Modern States? Well, it's a very flexible program. For one thing, you can take this on your laptop or on a cell phone, on a desktop, on a tablet, and you can really do it not only anywhere, but any time of day or night that's most convenient for you. The website is there 24/7, so the opportunity is there all the time. If you have internet access somewhere, that's all it takes to hear the course and see it. If you have internet access somewhere, but then you're not going to have it later, you can go to the App Store and download one of the apps for Modern States, and you can actually download the course, and you'll be able to watch it and listen to it in a place where you don't have internet access. This is really going to help you save time and money, and you're able to take course for credit if you pass the exam in a period of weeks as opposed to a whole semester. And you're getting an education here that's quite good, taught by professors from some very expensive colleges and universities. And I think one of the best things is that you get to do it at your own pace, whatever works best for you. Next slide. So how do you know which colleges accept this program for credit? The easiest way to know whether a college that you have in mind that you might want to attend or that you are going to attend, whether it accepts CLEP for credit, is to go to Google and Google CLEP, C-L-E-P, and then the name of the college or university. That will take you to a page on the college or university's online website, which will tell you for certain that they do or don't accept CLEP, what scores they require on CLEP tests, and exactly which CLEP tests they accept. So you just Google CLEP and the name of a college or university that you have in mind. Next slide. So you might ask the question, why do we need alternative paths to college? There are too many people with so much debt out there that we wanted to do something to help. And the answer is that alternatives are needed because the cost of college is so high in many places. Yet the value of an education for each and every one of you is really tremendous. So we wanted to try to help make college more affordable and more accessible. And the average cost of college at today is almost $40,000 at major public colleges. And if you're an out-of-state student going to take courses, it can be as much as $100,000 over 4 years. Individual courses and classes tend to be about $600 per credit hour. So you can save about $2,000 or at least $2,000 per course through Modern States. Overall, you can save 1 out of every $4 or 25% of the cost of college tuition. Next slide. So it's important to understand what a big problem student debt has become in the country. There is $1.5 trillion of student debt and student loans that are outstanding. And certainly the cost of college is a major factor. Just about 70% of families report that they've eliminated certain colleges in the selection process due to cost. And nearly half of those who attend college but then took a break or dropped out of college said cost had something major to do with it. About 2 out of every 3 college seniors have been graduating with $30,000 in loan debt. So again, you can save 25% of the cost of college through Modern States. Next slide. So who are the types of learners who can use Modern States? It's open to everybody. And from what we've seen, we've had high school students who've used it. We've had high school graduates who are going to college, but who want to get a head start in the summer before they attend college. We've had high school graduates who are not going directly to college. And this is a great way for them to earn their freshman year and use this as an on-ramp to college. We have adult learners who are working perhaps at a job, and this is a good flexible program that they can fit into their schedule. We have U.S. military veterans and active duty U.S. military. We have international students. And in addition to college students, we also have just people who are doing this because they want to better themselves through education. We call them professional advancement seekers. And they're also people who are doing it so that they can get ahead in their job, because it may be that without a college degree, they can't get a promotion at work. Next slide. So I thought it would be good to introduce you to one of our students, one of our real success stories. His name is Freeman Tala, and he's from Cameroon. And he is a chemical engineering major at a college in Georgia called Kennesaw State University. And He believes that Modern States has helped him save both time and money. He took a chemistry course and a French course through Modern States, and then took the exams and passed both of them. So it's helped to reduce the amount of time and money that Freeman is spending on his college education. He likes the flexibility. He likes the fact that Modern States is free. And his goal in pursuing an electrical engineering degree is that he hopes to go back to Cameroon and create a cheap and efficient power source for his country. Next slide. So how do you get started? The most important place to get started, modernstates.org. And I would suggest you go to that website right after we finish this webinar so you can check it out. Select courses by clicking on course catalog and then choosing the course you may want to take. You complete the course at your own pace. And after you've done the course and listened to the lectures, done the practice questions, and done all of the required readings, you're able to request a voucher through the Modern States website to pay the $85 fee for a CLEP test. I mentioned earlier, and I emphasize again, you register to take a CLEP exam by going on the CLEP website, and that gives you the place to find out where you can take CLEP exam, and then you apply for college credit at your college or university. Next slide.
Okay, so
apologize for the noise in the background. Go right ahead.
we're going to launch a poll of attendees. So if you could answer this question, let me go ahead and give me a second here. Please let us know, after listening to this information that has been presented, how likely are you to investigate the possibility of taking a class at Modern States? So just take a few seconds for you to tell us what you're thinking of this idea. Okay, and I have 80% of you have voted so far. So I'm going to close this in about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to share your results. So great. It looks like everyone is likely, or very likely, David, to go find out more about Modern States. So that's wonderful.
Fantastic. That is great.
Let's go to the next slide so we can continue. Okay, so we do have some more questions here that have been asked. One is, you mentioned earlier that up to 10,000 students can receive the voucher for the CLEP exam. Is that 10,000 students per course or 10,000 students overall taking classes at Modern States?
That's 10,000 students overall who complete courses at Modern States and who take an exam. And we have plenty of room left under that ceiling. We've had about 2,000 to 3,000 so far who've made it that far. So plenty of room, and it's 10,000 overall who have that paid for.
And someone wants to know if you have to prove some level of proficiency on the course before they can get the voucher from you.
What you have to prove before getting the voucher is that you have actually listened to the lectures and that you have done all of the practice questions. Those are really the two key things that you have to prove and show before you're able to get the voucher that pays for the CLEP exam.
Great. We want to know, what is the process for getting the credit counted at a college? What do they have to do?
Good question. In order to get the credit for passing a CLEP exam at a college, you request from the college board that they send your results to the college that you have in mind. And there's a way to do that through the CLEP site, CLEP website online, and you can request that they send the results to any college that you would like, and that's how you get credit.
Got it. There's a question if there are any specific schools in the state of Florida that would allow these credits.
Yes, there are many, many colleges in the state of Florida that accept the credits. Florida State University, Miami-Dade College, University of Florida. Those are three of the largest colleges in the state, and all three of them accept CLEP and recognize it for credit.
Okay. And someone's asking that if you're under temporary protection status or TPS, are you eligible to sign up to Modern States?
You can sign up for Modern States regardless of whatever your status or immigration status is. It's open to all people.
And someone wants to know that if it's better to talk to an advisor at their college to know what courses to take. Is that better to do that first?
You know, you can talk to, I think what's really important to do first is to make sure that a college that you have in mind accepts CLEP and recognizes CLEP. It's always a good idea to talk to an advisor about things like this, but it's not absolutely necessary. Most people who have been high school students, high school graduates, college students taking the course do not consult an advisor. They just dive right in at modernstates.org, take the course, have the College Board send the results to their school, and obtain the credit for the work they have done and for what they have learned.
But it is true that some colleges accept some CLEP exams and others don't, right?
That's correct. And that's why even better than a college advisor, you would want to Google the name of the college that you have in mind and CLEP to see exactly which CLEP exams are recognized for credit at the college or university you have in mind.
Well, someone already tried to create an account at Modern
Good.
State, and but unfortunately they got a system error. So, any suggestions?
We are going through an upgrade on the technology at the moment, and so I think if you try it tonight, you may have a problem. You can go on the website, but if you try to register, you may have a problem, and by tomorrow that will be completely solved, and you can register on the website and go right ahead with the courses. You can move right ahead even now. You just won't be able to formally register on the site probably until tomorrow.
Got it. And then there's a question, can you take more than one exam, one CLEP exam?
The question was whether you can take more than one CLEP exam,
Yes.
and the answer is yes. We have had people take and pass as many as 8 CLEP exams, getting their entire freshman year for free. Some people, so you can take one course or 2 courses, or you can take many. It's really up to you.
Great. And I think a last question is, so after you reach your 10,000 students who've requested a voucher, then students will have to pay the $85 themselves?
After we've reached 10,000, at least where things stand now, students, you would have to pay the $85 per exam yourself. Let me just note that $85 per exam or course is a lot less than the cost of a college credit through a regular college course at a college or university. Having said that, it's a lot of money, which I understand, and it's possible that the ceiling will be higher than 10,000 students, but right now it's at 10,000 students, and you would have to pay beyond that.
Great. Okay, let's go back to the presentation because I think we're those are all the questions that have come in up to this point.
I hope that you will take a look at the Modern States website. If you haven't already, go to modernstates.org and check the course catalog. Click on course catalog, take a look at the individual courses. You can do all of that exploring now, even if you don't register tonight and you register tomorrow. And I want to also encourage you to try this. It's easy, it's free, there's no penalty if you don't pass an exam. It doesn't reflect poorly on you. If you give it your best effort, I'm sure you will do well. As Executive Director of Modern States, I want to give you my phone number and my email address in case you have any questions or any problems. My telephone number is 202-439-0318. That's 202-439-0318. And my email address is David, D-A-V-I-D, @modernstates.org. Thank you very much for participating today in this webinar. I wish you good luck as you pursue your education, and I'm hopeful that Modern States can help be an on-ramp to college for you as you go forward. I know you'll do well.
And thank you so much, David, for joining us today. Thank you, students. We hope to see you at the Modern State websites, and have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, everybody.